quite frankly, in Friday night's game. There's the lineup. Stoudemire, Wells, Wallace, Randolph, Sabonis, Nash and Finley, the backcourt. Nowitzki, who had the terrible outing on Friday. And as he told Michelle,
Ruben Patterson is the starter here. Play a speed game. Sabonis are concerned on Portland's side that he might pick up early fouls.
Steve Javy, Bob Mulaney, and Joe Crawford, who threw it up, are officials. Steve Nash throws up the first shot, way off the glass, and Sabonis immediately with his opening rebound.
You like to get those out of the way. Get it out of the way early.
He didn't want to shoot that ball. He was trying to pass it to someone else. Nobody was able to break free.
To Nahara.
Zach Randolph, who's been unbelievable in the last 3 games, gets it into Sabonis for the first basket of the ball game.
Am I ever glad they started Sabonis?
That's a little bit of a problem for Nahara. Curting, a guy that weighs him about 75 pounds.
At least.
Nahara's got to attack offensively. Yeah. You can't just stand out there on the perimeter with a guy 10 feet off you.
Finley, mismatch on Stoudemire. And here's Nash left open. Now a running 15-footer. Steve Nash ties it in the opening minute.
Dallas gets in trouble when they think too much. They just got to play, react, and go.
David Stoudemire lost his footing, lost the ball to Nash, and he'll take it all the way.
Nice transition defense by Portland. David Stoudemire hasn't gotten anything going yet. Steve Nash playing defense for the first time since game 3.
Wells trying to feed Sabonis. Sabonis' nice try, good thought, not quite.
Just loses the dribble going to the ground. Steve Nash wisely keeps the ball wide instead of trying to get it to the middle. But this team might want to think about pulling back a little bit there to give a better passing angle.
First time Rasheed Wallace has touched it as the inbound man. 9 on the shot clock.
Nash is licking his fingers to play defense today. That's how serious this is.
And again, Stoudemire slips. 1 on the shot clock. Wallace got it away. And the rebound, Nahara snaps it over the head of Zach Randolph and snapped it too hard.
They're going to call the foul on Rafe LaFrentz, but trying to box out. Don Nelson cannot believe it. LaFrentz holding, grabbing. The worst thing you want to do is be overly concerned with your man. The box out comes as a result of playing great team defense. Go get the ball instead of being concerned with blocking out.
Problem is, when you can't out-jump somebody, you got to box them out.
It's not how high you jump, it's where you are and when you jump. Beautiful passing.
Sabonis.
Throw it down early on.
He had 2 of those the other night. He's got the 4 points for Portland to tie it up. Nowitzki's first shot off the mark. Stoudemire quickly in transition. Nice feed to Wells, and Wells ran over Dirk Nowitzki, who held his ground.
Under usual circumstances, you would think that a poor start for Bonzi Wells and Rasheed Wallace is a bad sign for Portland. That's no longer the case. This team is now about David Stoudemire, Sabonis,
Zach Randolph,
Scottie Pippen's leadership.
Nash worked himself open for a jumper. 6 for Nash early.
Well, if they're going to go into Sabonis on the other end, you got to make him work and take advantage of him on the defensive end because they don't have anybody that can guard him. And if I'm Portland, I'm going to Sabonis until they double team because he is a great passer.
Randolph underneath. Zach Randolph, who's had 3 big games in a row, ties it at 6.
Today I told him I wanted to see him have 4.
3-pointer no good. Finley keeps it alive. Trying to feed inside to Nahara, threw it away.
Why do you jump to pass?
Opening 3 minutes, tied at 6-6.
David Stoudemire knows he's not coming out. He'll be able to play through his mistakes.
Got it. Sabonis misses the outside jumper. Nowitzki the rebound.
But it's a terrible pass to Sabonis. I mean, it's just way out of his shooting rhythm.
And a whistle and a foul on Bonzi Wells. That's going to be 2 quick ones.
Well, that's one thing they do have. I mean, that's one thing the Trailblazers can do. They can compensate for foul trouble. They can compensate for injuries. because they do have one of the deepest teams in the league.
And that brings Ruben Patterson in, and Ruben's coming off an excellent game the other night off the bench with 20 points on Friday night in the 125-103 win. The lob to Finley.
Fabulous strategy, Mavericks. Attack the guy who just comes into the game, who's still tucking his shirt in, still tying his drawstring, failing to prepare, preparing to fail.
Mavericks by 2. Randolph against LaFrentz, and now inside.
2 on LaFrentz.
2 on LaFrentz in a hurry.
Who would have ever thought coming into this series that Zach Randolph would be torching Rafe LaFrentz?
From floor cam, Michael Finley giving Dallas a lead.
I'd come right at Rafe LaFrentz here. He's got 2 fouls. Dallas only plays a 7-man rotation.
Rasheed Wallace by Nowitzki feeds Sabonis. Sabonis has 6 quick points for Portland.
Sabonis is the epitome of competitive greatness. Being at your best when your best is needed. Keep milking him in every aspect of his game.
Patterson knocked it away from Nowitzki from behind. Loose ball went to Nahara, now tipped in by LaFrentz.
Just one of those, excuse me, let me run you over.
Ruben Patterson has to get in there and rebound. There's no excuse for that for Portland.
And he's fouled on the baseline.
Everything for Portland at the hoop. Can't even remember a perimeter shot that they've made. Sabonis took one, and that was a clanger.
The other night, 24 of their 49 field goals, layups, and dunks. It was, as Bill said, a throw-it-down-a-thon.
4 baskets, 4 layups. Nice adjustments by the Mavericks.
Inside Randolph. LaFrentz challenged him. Zach got it back. Now Patterson's jumper. Sabonis last touched. Out of bounds to Dallas.
Rafe LaFrentz, as a shot blocker, is at his best coming from the blind side. He's never going to be an on-the-ball shot blocker. Dale Davis played just 9 minutes in Game 6 before pulling that groin.
Nash penetrates and got it outside to Nowitzki. Off balance, 15-footer, no basket, Joe Crawford says.
But Nowitzki's struggles continue. This time, no fault of his own, because his teammate sets an illegal screen, and that's 3 fouls on Rafe LaFrentz. Sean Bradley, still no sign of him. Don Nilsson, the future Hall of Famer, coming with Adrian Griffin here.
And LaFrentz will sit.
But now they're going to be real small and real important for not just Nowitzki to get on the defensive glass. Everybody on that team has to hit somebody and get in there and battle for defensive rebounds.
How about Rasheed Wallace in the low post here?
No, he's out on top.
How about Rasheed for a 3?
Whatever.
Sabonis. Inside, another layup. 8 for Sabonis. We're tied again. All the way through, we've been tied.
And Nowitzki looks frustrated, lost, abandoned. Somebody do something to help him get in this game.
There you go.
Nahara trying to get around. Sabonis did, but he missed the shot and ran off the rebound. Stoudemire, pull up 3. Got it. Boy, how well has he played the last 3 games?
Completely taken out Steve Nash. And Steve Nash is an all-star, and the first half of this season was the best player in the entire NBA, forcing Don Nelson to take the first of what promised to be many timeouts.
France watched the pick on Rasheed Wallace. That came at 7:07 of the first quarter, giving LaFrentz his 3rd foul. So he's had a lot of those.
We'll see if they can make him work offensively. Get him involved. There you go. And now make him rotate, and somebody's going to end up being open.
Finley for 3. Got it.
We talk about high field goal percentage. Wilt has the record for the season at 72% for the season.
You can see what Portland's doing today, what they did on Friday night, and they've got another one.
Wow. Keep attacking and keep trying to pick up fouls on Dallas. Bradley getting set to check in for his first appearance.
Nash dishes out. Griffin takes the open jumper. Didn't get the roll. Rebound. Who's going to get it? Zach Randolph.
he's getting whatever he wants.
Look
That guy's
out.
becoming a star.
He took one too many steps.
He's not that much of a star yet.
Not quite.
Oh, stars don't get calls like that, do they?
Never.
Of course not. Of course not. I would have gotten out of his way anyway. It's 6'10", 260.
Sean Bradley's
You're
first
soft.
appearance now
Absolutely.
for Dallas.
Be a man. Take a charge.
Nah.
What I love about Zach Randolph's game is that here's a guy who is not cut up in terms of the incredible body that we see so many of the players have. He's not a guy that jumps over everyone. This guy's got a real basketball game.
Finley waiting for somebody to come open. And 10 on the shot clock. Looks back door to Nash, and now Nowitzki. Rasheed Wallace, he got by him. Didn't get the bucket, though.
Sabonis, multiple jumps. You rarely see that.
And Ruben Patterson lost it out of bounds.
Nice hands.
It was there, though. I mean, they're getting the rebounds. They're beating them up the court. They're the ones right now that are getting the easy shots.
Dirk Nowitzki still not involved by any stretch of the imagination.
4 points is all on Friday, none so far this afternoon. Nash to try to tie it. Bradley the rebound. Blocked by Randolph from behind.
Send it back.
He's going to have to work extremely hard just to get the ball.
I disagree with that. I think Dirk Nowitzki is like Kobe and Tracy, that the defense is not a factor.
Steve
why play
Nash
it?
forced that turnover.
You try to play it, but I don't really think it has anything to do with what kind of game he had. I think this is a major self-check by one of the game's future stars. Oh, goodness gracious.
Sean Bradley's jumper missed. Sabonis with a rebound.
Both Nowitzki and Rasheed Wallace off to very quiet starts.
Randolph outside. And Nowitzki finally a rebound. Went the other night without one.
And the great thing about him getting the rebound on the defensive end, he can push it himself. He can start his own fast break.
Finley goes down hard. No whistle. Here comes a 3-on-2 for Portland.
Wow. Not quite how you draw it up.
Finley looks down at the three-point line, goes around Sabonis and had it rejected by Wallace.
Blazers are angry down there on defense. Anything that comes inside getting blocked.
Ruben Patterson is having trouble connecting his brain and his hands.
And he didn't there.
Connecting on the bucket. But it's the defense that starts this. Finley with a great pump fake around Sabonis, and then just too long. Goes up, blocks it. And what does that turn over to? Boom, right there. The foul and the score.
And yet another dunk. Another layup. Ruben Patterson can't shoot from the perimeter. Why is Sean Bradley going for pump fakes on a shot that's not going to go down anyway?
Portland stretched their lead to 4. Patterson can make it 5 if he caps the three-point play with a free throw. And he does. Log on to NBA.com for exclusive 2003 playoff section featuring live post-game press conferences, photo galleries, video highlights, and a lot more. Love it live on NBA.com. It's a 5-point Trailblazer lead now. Portland on a 10-3 run. Finley over Patterson. Tough shot, another air ball. Had one of those the other night.
I gotta tell you what, if you're relying on those all day, you might as well pack your bags and head on vacation.
Never execute the shot. You just fake. You come to a stop. The guy doesn't go for that first fake. Give it up and get on the move again.
Scottie Pippen and Stoudemire will bring it up.
For a team that relies solely on offense, the Dallas Mavericks finding themselves in a world of trouble.
Pippen played briefly on Friday night just to get in the scoring act. Stoudemire misses a 3. And Dirk Nowitzki the rebound. And Nowitzki, as Tom said, bringing it himself and taking it himself. Got it. He let his own break.
Can do it as well as anybody.
Mavericks went over 3.5 minutes without a field goal.
Coming with the big zone defense.
Rasheed Wallace inside. Haven't seen that in a while. Nahara, Van Exel, and Nowitzki come together. Van Exel got it.
Two misses, two fast break opportunities. Oh, and the Thunder Sticks are alive and well.
As soon as Sabonis went to the bench, the Blazers team game vanished.
Now the chance of defense around American Airlines Center. Portland looking a little disorganized right now. Here's Randolph off Patterson's feed. Zach Randolph quiets the crowd.
Against the zone, you have to attack at the foul line with a big man who can handle the ball and make decisions. Flash up Zach Randolph there.
I want to keep him from going left, by the way.
You would think.
Van Exel now with Bradley, Nowitzki, Nahara, and Finley. Lost the handle, and Finley trying to get to Patterson. Maybe got away with a push. Gets it back. Whoa.
Boy, that one's on Dirk. That one's on Dirk, because we could see it. Dirk was standing there at half court. Patterson, Zach Randolph just out-hustled him to the ball and it ended up being a 2-on-1. I mean, every possession, you have to get back. You watch Nowitzki right there, and he has a chance to get this, but no, it's Zach. Dirk wasn't even in the picture right there. That one possession right there and just kind of walking in there. I mean, I know you're doing everything offensively, but it could come down to an offensive rebound, a mistake you made, you didn't hustle. That could be the reason your season ends.
The concern I have for the Dallas Mavericks, I look at their faces. We talked about this at the pregame show, Tom. They're not having any fun out there. I just see long faces, slouching shoulders. What if they win this game? They're supposed to go on and play in Sacramento, who is going to bring nothing but fun, who's going to bring nothing but excitement and the glorious celebration of the NBA playoffs. You know, the Mavericks are out here feeling sorry for themselves.
You better tell Sacramento they're bringing all that, because I'm not sure they even know.
They know.
They're resting, we know that much. Patterson got them both.
They haven't played since Wednesday when they trounced the Jazz.
So the lead goes back to 5, 22-17. Final minute, first quarter from Dallas. Nowitzki had Wallace in the air, and now the off-balance jumper is short.
What defense by the Trailblazers? Yes, they've been going inside and getting layups, but then on defensive end, more than half the shots have been hand-in-your-face variety shots, and those are not going to get it done.
Steve Nash. Dallas works it around the perimeter. Now it's Van Exel.
Offensive foul. Clearing the way. John Bradley is having a very tough time here.
Second foul on Bradley.
John has come with the attitude today that he's going to try to be a tough guy, that he's just going to try to throw his arms around and try to physically intimidate. This is a game of skill. You got to come out thinking, I'm going to rebound, I'm going to run, I'm going to block, I'm going to throw it down.
Stoudemire an open three. Patterson keeps it alive. Rubin goes right back up and had it blocked. Portland has a foul to give here in the waning 10 seconds of the first quarter. And Exel all the way, and he got it off the glass.
Blazers were late to communicate that information. The guys were already playing defense before they even had a chance to utilize well, and this is the team that only plays 7 players, Dallas. So if either of those guys continues to play out of control, it's going to cost the Mavericks dearly.
Bradley in there right now and avoided the foul, but he gave up the basket.
That's zone offensive execution. Flash the guy to the elbow, the high post, cut the guy along the baseline, layup city.
Van Exel gets it out to Finley for 3.
The effort by Ruben Patterson on defense. And he chased down every single pass on that play.
Well, everybody in red right now. Everybody in red is flying towards the ball. Even if they don't think they can get there, they're trying to get there with the hand up and trying to put some sort of defensive pressure on them.
Wallace with Nowitzki in his face. Zach Randolph up and over, too strong on the jumper.
You know, guys, even when they're missing, they're getting what they want.
Right.
They're getting exactly what they want. The Mavericks aren't getting what they want on the offensive end.
Portland is leading by 5. Bonzi Wells and Rasheed Wallace have yet to score.
Steve Nash double team. Nowitzki to Van Exel for 3. Nick drops in a triple.
Van Exel, along with Nowitzki, are the only 2 guys on this team that can really play one-on-one basketball and control a game in the half-court set, which the Blazers are making Dallas play.
Nowitzki with a steal in front of Rasheed Wallace.
A little bit of Maverick defense.
Tied at 24 all of a sudden. Patterson cross-courts it to Stoudemire, who's open, and Damon Stoudemire quiets the crowd after we had our 7th tie. He knocks down his 2nd 3 of the day.
Fire it up, Nick.
I am shocked that he didn't jack that 3 out.
Portland 27, Dallas 26. We're under 10 minutes in the half.
I'm surprised they haven't gone to Scottie Pippen. Not a great low post player, but he's got Steve Nash guarding him.
Nice. Pippen, nice fake, and he missed the hook. That pass snuck through to Van Exel, and he lost it going in the lane. And he lost it for a reason. Foul inside.
Dirk Nowitzki up in the passing lanes, a la James Worthy, one of the great big game players in the history of the NBA playoffs. Rasheed Wallace wisely just lets him go. Easy baskets can often lead to a sense of relief.
The lob to Bradley from Nash. Dallas leads
with authority. I'll send you a check, Marv. I'm sorry.
8 on the shot clock. Stoudemire on the dribble, and whistle and a foul inside.
Points in the paint have been so one-sided that the Mavericks trying desperately. Tough pass for Sean Bradley to handle. He's already moving beautifully to the hoop for a throwdown. Fortunately, the presence of mind and the requisite balance to come back and get the soft little jump hook.
Foul was on Nick Van Exel for Dallas, so Portland down by 1.
Aren't you going to thump that on somebody's head, though, if you're 7-7?
Scottie Pippen for 3, and the rebound Nowitzki. Dallas has hit its last 4 shots. Nowitzki trying to make it 5 in a row, not quite. But he drew a foul.
Because he gets it and he goes.
But the numbers, he's never going to say his shoulder has bothered him. In games 1 through 5, he was averaging 35 points a game, shooting 55% from the field, leading the NBA playoffs in scoring. Game 6, absolutely nothing. 4 points, 0 rebounds on 2 for 11 shooting. What's that? That's a bad shoulder.
It was the first time in his life in playing that he'd ever played at least 20 minutes in a game and never gotten a rebound. That's what happened the other night. Dallas now with a 3-point lead. That's as big as they've been able to stretch it out so far here at home.
What a pass by Wallace.
Sabonis blocked by Nowitzki.
You got to be loving it if you're Dallas right now, don't you? It feels like they're down. They're up 3.
Well, Sabonis and Pippen have not been able to continue the momentum that Portland built early.
I don't think that ball ever touched the rim, so the shot clock stays as is. 10 seconds. Off the Portland inbound. McGinnis has just checked in. He and Pippen in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen's jumper off the glass, a little too strong.
Rasheed Wallace and Bonzi Wells have still yet to score. Scottie Pippen has no feel for the game right now. The contributions he's going to make are with leadership and with giving his teammates confidence, not with skill and execution.
That loose ball foul is on Sabonis, his first. Nash, Van Exel, Finley, Nahara, and Nowitzki on the floor. Nowitzki trying to tip in. Nash is miss and can't. Here comes McGinnis and Pippen.
Good pass.
Scottie Pippen, first basket for him.
But the nice slide to the side by McGinnis. Take the ball to the wing when there's only 1 defender back.
Van Exel through traffic and fouled by Sabonis.
That's an offensive player right there. Offensive player. How do you get the foul? You jump into him. But the Blazers, once again, getting out of the break. McGinnis, nice job. Getting a nice catch by Scottie Pippen. This is the guy right here who you don't look in the box score to find out his value to his team. It's deflections, it's finding guys that are open, it's running the break, and setting the defense. And that's how you judge Scottie Pippen's value.
Van Exel having a good first half. Join us next Sunday. We'll head to L.A. Game 4 of the Western Conference semifinal series. Lakers and the Spurs. Tim Duncan against Shaq Kobe and the three-time defending champions. Coverage starts next Sunday, live 3 Eastern on ABC, home of the NBA Finals. Van Exel has 11. He leads the way for Dallas.
We always say big 3. You could literally say big 4. This guy can go off for 30 points on any given night.
Sabonis against Nahara. Floors him.
They're going to call that a Nahara for pulling him back down. Bob Delaney right on top of it. Scottie Pippen trying to bring the team together as Mark Cuban absolutely cannot believe this
trying
call.
to pull him down. He's trying to hold himself up. He got run over. He got run over right there. He didn't grab him. He got run over.
Try playing some defense by moving your feet.
He did get him moved right off the ground.
Turnover, Dallas trying to run. Van Exel's had the hot hand. Not that time. And here comes a 3-on-2 for Portland. Pippen feeds underneath, and still Bonzi Wells hasn't scored. Nowitzki battling for the shot.
This is a Maverick pace. Getting up and down, crazy, wild. This is the way they want to play.
And finally, we're getting a sense from the crowd that they believe, and Bonzi Wells continues to be atrocious. Dirk Nowitzki is trying so hard. He dribbled from one side of the court to the other and then stepped through and underneath 2 guys to force this ball up. Now, that's the Dirk Nowitzki we've come to know and love.
Mavericks with the ball. Rasheed Wallace picked up his second foul, and Nahara now will step to the free throw line. 7:03 left in the half.
To watch Joe Crawford work a big game as a ref is a thing of beauty. No nonsense. I don't want to hear it from anybody. Keep the game flowing. What a perfect choice as the lead referee today, Joe Crawford.
Wallace will sit down, and Portland will have to go to its bench, bringing in Antonio Daniels. Scottie Pippen sits down.
And this is a bad sign for Portland because Scottie, every time he's been in, he's played great. Now, for the first time, he doesn't get anything done as Rasheed Wallace has contributed literally nothing to the Blazers' cause today. And now the confidence ebbs for the Portland Trailblazers.
Lead stretches to 7. McGinnis. Randolph trying to feed down low, and Nahara with a steal. Finley pull-up jumper. Nahara underneath.
Travel.
And he walked with it. Skipped a little bit after working so hard to get his hands on it.
Well, the Mavericks have stepped it up defensively. They've
been there even today. It's been Nick Van Exel.
Let's check in with Michelle.
Well, before the game, Don Nelson told me we are not going to win the rebounding battle, but just now in the huddle, patting guys on the knee, giving them the thumbs up because they are leading it by 1. Guys?
They got hammered on the boards on Friday. They do have a 16-15 advantage up to this point. Sabonis hits it off the glass. Arvidas has 10. And there's the rebounding story after the 45-32 advantage for Portland the other night.
Where has that been for the Blazers? Sabonis so successful early on. Ooh.
Nash with a brick of a 3. Finley keeps it alive.
Sabonis is tipping the ball so beautifully on the defensive boards. The guy who can't jump anymore. The guy who used to be one of the greatest players in the history of basketball. One of the two truly great young players that I ever saw, the other one being Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was just a phenomenal player, Sabonis, in his teens. The injuries decimating a once magnificent body. Now he just has to use his mind. And while he's out there giving everything he possibly can, Bonzi Wells has 3 fouls in 7 minutes played for the Portland Trailblazers.
Same Bonzi Wells, who had a Blazer career playoff high of 45 points earlier in this series. Not playing like that today. No points and 3 fouls.
The Blazer spacing is very poor right now. And Dirk Nowitzki is overplaying Rasheed Wallace, and Rasheed is allowing him to do it.
Daniels and McGinnis, the backcourt for Portland now. 5 on the shot clock. Daniels got by Nowitzki, but he missed the shot. Here's the outlet to Van Exel. Van Exel off the glass. 13 for Nick Van Exel.
What a great outlet pass. And that ball stayed in his hands a nanosecond before he got it out to Nick Van Exel. Good job by Dirk.
40-31. Dallas, its biggest lead of 9. Sabonis taking a baseline jumper and knocks it in.
Blazers better start paying attention to Nick Van Exel.
Oh, the fly pattern.
And Nahara looks like fly paper down at the baseline.
Referees are going to talk this one over and see if this is a flagrant foul here. Playing with a bad knee. Nahara, you hate to see fouls from behind on a fast break.
Well, Sabonis just can't catch up to him. And Daniels has to get over there and take him out to avoid giving up the easy layup.
How about any foul from behind being a flagrant foul on a fast break?
No, because you can go for the ball.
Well, Michael Cooper could go from that.
No, you can go for the ball from behind. I mean, all you can do is watch it. Just watch it, have a little bit of common sense, and you'll know when a guy goes for the ball or isn't going for the ball. It's not that hard.
Nahara at the free throw line, 2 for 2 today. He shot well from the line in the playoffs. Much better in the playoffs than he was in the regular season.
Don Nelson talking about Edward Nahara before the game today, talking about the limitations that Nahara has on his body because of the knee injury that required surgery, kept him out for major portions of this season. Just doesn't really have the speed, the quickness, the elevation, making up for it with a lot of heart, though.
He missed 33 games with that knee surgery. He hits both free throws, and with 5 minutes left in the half, 42-33 Dallas. Sabonis, boy, that's a tough catch. He got it back out to Stoudemire, and he hits the 3. Stoudemire has 3 field goals, all from outside the arc.
What a feel for the game that guy has.
Where would the Blazers be without Arvydas Sabonis? He has been so far and away their best player in every aspect.
They wouldn't be here today because Friday he was the MVP as far as I was concerned.
I'm right there with you, Brad. And his sense of pulling this squad together. So glad they started him.
Nahara going against the big fella. We'll bring it back outside of Van Exel. 6 on the shot clock. Finley over Sabonis off the glass, but missed the shot. And Nahara is going to get the foul.
He just levels Zach Randolph. You want to pick your spots for fouls, particularly since Rafe LaFrance only played 5 minutes before picking up 3. Sean Bradley's got 2.
Yeah, well, 2 straight times down the court. I mean, they got to continue to involve Sabonis just because he showed you, he can make buckets. That's horrible.
That's good shot selection.
Yeah, I mean, let Sabonis touch the ball so we can either create or pass it to somebody.
Now Nash for 3 on the other end, and he missed it as well, and Sabonis with a rebound.
Oh, and what an outlet.
Daniels claimed one off the front of the iron.
Nice.
Nahara blocks Stoudemire. Outlet to Van Exel.
The poor guy can't even move.
He wanted to. No, forget it. I'll let him come to me.
How many minutes is Sabonis going to have to play if the Blazers are going to have a chance to win this game?
Zach Randolph outside Stoudemire. Can he make it 4 threes? Not this time. Finley. Nice rebound by Michael Finley. 42-36. Dallas, 3.5 to go in the half. At home, trying to win Game 7 to advance to round 2.
Maurice Chiefs coming back with Scottie Pippen on the next dead ball here, trying to settle this squad down. Very fragile right now.
Nahara tried to reverse layup. Sabonis blocked it and almost handled it. Let's see, did the shot clock expire before the ball went out of bounds? I think so. And that would give it to Portland. And it is Trailblazers ball. It was last touched by Sabonis, but the shot clock expired before that ball went off his hand and out of bounds.
What a masterful performance by Sabonis as to how to play basketball. It's not about jumping high. It's not about running fast. It's about thinking. It's about pulling a squad together.
Can he do this in the second half, though, playing this many minutes? That's the question. He may need to go get some ice, some major ice at halftime.
Zach Randolph, tough shot inside, had to muscle it in there.
Nice job, but you got to make him turn back towards the other shoulder.
As well as Zach has played, it has no comparison to what he did in games 4, 5, and 6.
Right. Over 20 in each of those. Dallas has missed its last 5 shots. They double team Nash. Finley's open though. In and out. Sabonis with a one-handed rebound.
He is just doing everything right now for them.
I love that meat hook rebound.
Just reach out there.
Each time.
They are averaging, the Blazers, 10 more free throw attempts per game. Maybe the Maverick defense has gotten so bad that they've just stopped fouling down low.
Zach Randolph outside. Stoudemire sets and knocks down his 4th 3 of the first half. Damon Stoudemire, he and Sabonis have really been the offense.
And remember what a horrendous start it was for Damon, who just couldn't even find the handle at all.
I might not leave him.
8-0 run now for Portland to make it a 1-point game. 2 minutes left in the half. Van Exel trying to get it to Bradley. The ball's kicked inside.
How sad for Scottie Pippen, though. Just can't even guard anybody anymore. Stoudemire so hot, moving beautifully without the ball. Get it in the post, draw the defense down, then lay it right back up. But Scottie Pippen, a 10-time all-defensive player in this league, second most playoffs ever played in the NBA, just out there limping around on one leg.
Van Exel misses. And Portland rebounds. And now it's the second time the Mavericks have gone over 3.5 minutes without a field goal in this first half. 2 droughts of 3.5 plus.
Rashid yet to score.
0 for 4. Got the pass into Sabonis. He was too deep.
Give the rim a roof on that one.
Beautiful pass by Rashid.
How can the guy that's your main star have no points from the first half of a playoff game?
In the 7th game, the mother of all games.
Oh, my.
Sabonis, another board.
Who's running with Stoudemire?
He's waiting for somebody. He says, I'll take it myself.
What a pass.
Out of bounds to Dallas.
He had 3 guys running with him. They're just all wearing white.
Maybe the kind of play when you look around, see nobody with you, you pull it back out. Sabonis sit this one out the last minute 9.
Dallas lead has been as many as 9, but now it's been cut down to 1.
If Scottie Pippen doesn't have a better second half, the Blazers are not going to win this game.
Nash reverse layup with a left hand. There's that left hand he talked to us about, Bill, the other night. It's been so productive for him since 10th grade.
Learned how to do it when he had a severe ankle sprain on his left side, which is the main jumping leg for a right-handed player, back in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia.
Sean Bradley picks up his 3rd. And that's 3 on LaFrentz, 3 on Bradley now. Let's check in with David.
One of the main things that the Blazers talked about before the game was playing with poise on the road, because they said they know that this game could be officiated very tightly. One of the things on the blackboard, play under body control defensively. Do not get in early foul trouble. Everybody but Bonzi seems to have picked that up.
Bonzi's on the bench with 3.
Bonzi's had a fine day. Like, Bonzi's got 3 fouls and 0 points. Rashid's got 0 points. How many rebounds?
And they're only down 2.
How many rebounds for Bonzi and Rashid?
You look at that. A lot of goose eggs up there. They got more fouls than points and rebounds.
Way to bring it.
Still one more half of basketball.
And they're over on the sideline smiling about it.
Well, that's because their team's only down one. Could be a lot worse. Pippen the rebound off and Nowitzki missed. In fact, Portland can lead before halftime, depending on what goes on here in the final 20 seconds.
Either team with a foul to give.
8 on the shot clock. Ruben Patterson trying to back in on Nowitzki. Nowitzki with a foul.
Wow. That's not a good sign for Dallas. Don Nelson played with some of the greatest defenders of all time. Bill Russell, John Havlicek, Paul Silas, Don Chaney.
Tomorrow night on TNT, as we take a look at the games coming up, Boston and New Jersey at 7 o'clock, the Lakers in San Antonio at 9:30. Tuesday night, Detroit and Philadelphia on ESPN. And then the winner of this one against Sacramento. Ruben Patterson, 7 points in the ballgame. He hasn't missed from the free throw line. He's 4 for 4 now.
Portland's done a nice job getting back into this game, getting back to what they want to do. Defense, half-court offense. Dallas kind of lost it there. They had it there for about 5 minutes where they had it going, and then all of a sudden they just decided to go one-on-one and half-court offense.
They had the crowd going. The crowd was ready to just push the Blazers right into the grave.
And instead, Portland leads.
I would double-team Nick Van Exel right here.
The ball may not leave his hands.
Only for the shot. Only for the shot doesn't leave his hands. And he's going to go to the free throw line.
I mean, what? If you're Portland defending here, you want Edward Nahara to take any shot in the world other than what Nick Van Exel is going to get up here.
You could see that coming across the big horse's head in half court. This is my shot. Move away, fellas.
Leading scorer for Dallas with 13. Now 14. To tie it again at 45, at least momentarily. Nowitzki will sit the final second.
So they bring Sabonis in.
They're probably going to try to throw a deep pass to him, I would imagine.
Watch him catch and lay one off.
Either that or a hook shot.
Scotty's saying get underneath the basket.
And Exel's second free throw, no good. Stoudemire knows there's not enough time there. And for the 9th time tonight, we are tied. Dallas' biggest lead was 9 points. Portland on a 12-3 run to close the half down, and we're dead even in Game 7 here. Who's going to advance to the
history for the Portland Trail Blazers? They got to capitalize on the balance and the depth. Sabonis, Zach Randolph, and Stoudemire were terrific, but where is Bonzi Wells and Rasheed Wallace? Donuts for both of them. They have phoned this one in.
Sabonis, who was one of the 3 Blazers in double figures in the first half, with the shot off the glass. There's Arvidas' points and rebounds, 12 and 7 in the first half.
I want you to get up right now. Blazers.
Finley picks up the foul, and that's 3 on him.
14 on the clock. How many minutes will Sabonis be able to last? His season high was 31. He's already played 17. He's only had 24 games of 20 minutes plus this season.
He and Stoudemire were the leading scorers in the first half for Portland. There's the first basket of the ball game for Bonzi Wells, who's been averaging 20 a game in the playoffs. Steve Nash inside the kick out. LaFrance on the baseline, and he buries it.
Well, that's what he can do against Arvidas Sabonis. And Steve Nash only 8 points in the first half, but more alarming, only 2 assists. This guy, you look at the assists, and can he get his teammates involved, doing it early in the second half.
If you're going to win, you have to deny guard penetration.
Wallace a non-factor in the first half. And he and Bonzi Wells now each with a basket in the opening minute here of the third quarter.
Well, 3 guys who stunk it up in the first half, LaFrance, Wells, and Rasheed Wallace come out. Been flawless here.
Great drive to the basket by Nash. Steve Nash with 10.
Somebody might want to tell Damon Stoudemire to keep Nash in front of him.
He may have tried. Nash is a pretty hard guy to keep in front of you.
Sabonis off the pass from Wallace.
That has to be, you know, when you like throw it to Kobe, you can throw it anywhere. When you throw it to Sabonis, it better be a perfect pass. Nice.
Nahara in the paint, trying to tie it again. Zach Randolph with a rebound.
Do you have any idea, Tom, how good Sabonis once was?
Absolutely. He's a great athlete.
Been pretty darn good in the last 2 games, I'll tell you that. Here he is outside. Rebound Finley. Dallas looking to tie it again.
Give it to him.
Tied 11 times already. Finley. And stripped out of there by Wells. Damon Stoudemire trying to save it. Couldn't quite.
Great hustle by Stoudemire. Full extension. It's the playoffs, game 7. Give me that one. Oh, not quite, but
Never mistake activity for achievement. If you're so far out of the play, you have to dive for it, let it go, and get it back the next play.
Double team on Nash, the behind the back pass. Nowitzki with 1 on the shot clock, and he got it.
Now that's the Dirk Nowitzki that we've seen so much this year. Where was he in game 4? In game 5? In game 6?
51-51. 9.5 to go, third quarter. Wells will take a 3. Stoudemire.
Well, Sabonis made that happen by just taking Nahara out of the play.
earth mover.
He blocked the sun, and Stoudemire was there for the rebound. Oh, what a pass! And Wells is fouled.
Awesome.
That was too good.
Awesome. This guy,
Watch
I
this
tell you
pass.
what.
From Lithuania. Burst onto the scene. I first saw him in Stuttgart, Germany in the World Championships. The early 1980s. Arvydas Sabonis in the first half of the championship game as a 19-year-old had 30 points, 20 boards, 9 assists, and 8 block shots in a half.
Been out of basketball for almost a year and a half before returning to Portland. There's his career numbers for 7 seasons.
Led the Soviet Union to the 1988 gold medal in the Seoul Olympics with Sharunas Marshallonis. Drafted by the Blazers. Didn't play for him for many, many years. Stayed in Spain, playing for Real Madrid.
What people might not know about him, too, he was a great athlete. Great athlete.
He could fly.
Yep.
He was 7'3". He was very thin. Incredibly mobile, could shoot threes. Dribble between his legs, throw down dunks, block shots.
Still out here at age 38, being a major factor in this series. Portland by 2. Stoudemire had to go to the floor just to save his own dribble, and now a timeout taken by Bonzi Wells as he's double teamed in the corner. Portland moving the ball around as they did Friday night. LaFrentz rejects Zach Randolph. Dallas with a chance to tie. Nash around everybody. Tie game.
What is Damon Stoudemire doing? At one end, he's getting torched by Steve Nash, and at the other end, he's over-dribbling and causing turnovers
He's
all
got to
the
get
time.
some help from his big men down here on that pick and roll. I mean, that's a tough pick and roll to guard the Nowitzki-Nash pick and roll.
How about making the decision as to what you're going to do?
Stoudemire offensively. Tipped in by Zach Randolph.
And Damon's response is, I'm going to get it back on the offensive end. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, this has been the staple of their offense throughout the years. Nowitzki, Nash, pick and roll. Let's see if they use some more of that here in the second half.
Wells has got 3 fouls here. Finley trying to take advantage.
And he goes straight up over it.
He goes up as high and as strong as anybody in the league. When he hits that jump stop, it's strong, it's straight up over you, and just a difficult shot to defend.
The problem with it, as anybody, that includes Kobe Bryant.
Absolutely.
Stoudemire, nice feed to Sabonis. Nahara just stole it from him. Nash over to Finley. He'll try another. Got another.
Confusion reigning supreme for the Blazers right now.
Stoudemire around a Sabonis pick, gives it back to him, and he'll try the jumper. It rimmed out, and Nash had his hands on it and lost it to Randolph. Rasheed Wallace. offensive foul.
Well, where are your big fellas? Nash in there getting rebounds. Nice job by Nahara. Getting over there, I guess.
I'm glad you said I guess.
Nowitzki now against Wallace on the other end, and Rasheed blocks the shot, and he's fouled by Finley.
Blazers are not playing smart right now. They got back into this series by playing the team game, moving the ball around. They were guilty of overpassing. They were playing so well. Now Rasheed Wallace is back blaming the refs.
Finley picks up his fourth. And down there defensively that last time, Dirk Nowitzki tried to stay with Rasheed Wallace, and he's holding either his left elbow or favoring that shoulder again.
Beautiful.
Nice backdoor cut by Sabonis.
We have been calling for that for so long, for Zach Randolph to come to that high post against that porous Maverick defense.
Sabonis with 16. The Dallas lead is 58-57. Nowitzki's open, and he got it.
Let's double team Steve Nash and leave Dirk Nowitzki wide open. That'll get it done. We saw that in Game 3. They made 13 three-pointers, the Mavericks did in Game 3 at Portland to go up 3-0.
Stoudemire trying to get around Nash, did momentarily, but he missed the shot. Nowitzki the outlet to Nash, one-on-one with Stoudemire. Leaves it for Nowitzki, but in a bad spot. He got it in a better spot there.
It's all Dirk Nowitzki right now, coming back from the horrendous Game 6 where he had 4 points on 2 for 11 shooting, running the floor, staying with it even when the ball is not bouncing his way. The true test of how good you are. It's easy when you're hot, but who can deliver when that ball does go the other way? And right now it certainly has for the Trailblazers.
7 in the quarter for Nowitzki, 15 in the game. The lead is 6. Inside Bonzi Wells.
You could get that anytime you want. Just a pump fake and just right down the lane. Bonzi Wells moving to the backcourt has helped turn this series around because Finley can't guard him.
Nash, nice push pass to Nowitzki. In and out this time. And LaFrance is going to take injury and insult as he's called for a foul on Wallace as he hits the basket support, and Rafe's got 4.
Now we talked about Bonzi Wells and how big and strong this guy is. And when he wants to get to the middle of the court, certainly going around Rafe LaFrance, no problem. And just gets in there, no shot blocker present. An easy 5-footer for Bonzi Wells. So funny when Nowitzki gets it going, you're almost surprised when he misses. That last shot I knew was going down. Like, what do you mean? Miss? Can't miss.
There's the foul trouble you see. Finley, LaFrance each with 4. Bradley has 3. Portland hasn't missed a free throw in the ball game as Rasheed Wallace does.
Critical that Portland is in the penalty midway through the third. Keep going to the hoop. Keep putting pressure on the guys who are in serious foul trouble.
Crowd deafening now as Wallace steps up to the second of 2. Three points is all Rasheed Wallace has. The lead for Dallas is 3.
And then Rasheed puts his finger to his mouth like he's really brought it today and really quieted the crowd.
Nash misses, and Wallace with the rebound.
We'll see if they can go to work on the block with somebody, whether it's Wallace on the block, Randolph on the block, Sabonis on the block.
Lob to Wallace. Bonzi Wells with a pass.
If you're Portland, just keep attacking right through Rasheed Wallace because Rafe LaFrance with 4 is going to do nothing.
63-62 Dallas. Nash the feed to Nahara, trying to dish it to LaFrance. Not a good decision.
One too many.
By Sabonis, though.
The one too many. That was a little pump fake and take the 3-footer.
Wallace taking the 3 and missing.
Good shot selection there.
Finley Leaves it for Nash. He'll try it over Sabonis.
Sabonis intimidated him.
And Sabonis picks up the foul.
Why would Rasheed Wallace shoot a three-pointer in transition when you can get a layup anytime you want? You just come down the court, you make a little eye contact. Rafe LaFrentz ill-advisedly keeps his back to the ball, has no sense whatsoever where the ball's even coming from. Throw it down, Rasheed.
Nowitzki. Going to be on Wallace again. That's his fourth.
Oh, the pleasure of getting busted in the chops and picking up a personal foul. Lose.
Nowitzki will inbound it. 4:11 left in the third quarter. Dallas trying to win Game 7 here. Go on and meet Sacramento in round 2. Portland trying to pull the unthinkable. That's never happened before. Coming back from being down 3-0. LaFrentz baseline jumper. Damon Stoudemire, smallest guy in the court, gets the rebound.
Stoudemire has been rebounding very well during the course of this series. He feeds particularly well off of Sabonis' tip balls. Damon Stoudemire has 7 rebounds this afternoon already.
Bonzi Wells over everybody. No foul call. LaFrentz ends up with a ball on the ground.
He's lying out of bounds.
They'll help him up.
Right down the middle. Knock him down and
look what I found. But my shoulder's out.
What does the NBA come to when guys are running over and then falling back, getting underneath guys? Get in the air and block a shot, please.
Stoudemire leaves it for Patterson on the baseline, and he got it.
Great play by Damon Stoudemire. Breaking the defense down, dribble drive penetration, and an easy 10-foot jump shot at the clock box.
Portland back in front after Dallas had stretched its lead to 6. And now Ruben Patterson picks up the foul after getting the bucket on the other end.
The referees keep telling Zach Randolph to tuck his shirt in. He tucks it in and it comes right out. I just don't understand what the problem is there.
Portland on a 7-0 run. Nowitzki trying to end that. And Nash trying to throw it out to Nowitzki. Hands over and back.
Nobody touched it. Nash threw it over Nowitzki's head.
So Dallas with the turnover gives it back to Portland, and the Blazers lead by 1 with a little over 3 minutes to go, third quarter.
Well, there's just no reason right now the Trailblazers can't get something inside 12 feet. Every single time. Whether it's Sabonis, Randolph, it doesn't matter who it is. Somebody's going to get a premium shot.
I think Sabonis feed Bonzi Wells from the high post. Let him work along the baseline.
Wells trying to work the baseline himself. Got it to Zach Randolph.
Punish the whiskey down low, all right? Down low, all right? 4 foul on him, all right? You got 3 fouls. All right, 3 down low, down low. Let's get 4 foul on him. Come on. Come on, let's open it up.
Maurice Cheeks.
Reed and Sabonis have 4. Problem is, you try to go at some of these guys, and Dallas is so adept at drawing offensive fouls. Sabonis picks up his 5th on a charge with a lack of mobility. Could spell doom for the Portland Trailblazers.
Nahara will go to the free throw line to try to tie it with the first shot. Dallas has had in each quarter now a drought of more than 3 minutes from the field. They tie it up temporarily, at least from the free throw line.
But the lineup that Don Nelson has out there right now, he's got his scorers out there. Nash, Van Exel, Nowitzki. Where's it going to come from Portland? Portland's got their big guys on the bench. A very small lineup. Tremendous pressure right now. Stoudemire and Bonzi Wells.
All of Nahara's points have come from the line. That second free throw's given Dallas a 65-64 lead.
Bill, Dallas always has a scoring unit out there.
Wells outside. He got a 3. All his scoring in this quarter, none bigger than that one.
It's amazing how somebody can play so poorly for so long and then all of a sudden come up with that knuckleball 3. nothing but the net.
There's the droughts we were talking about for Dallas from the floor. Van Exel thought about a three of his own. 6 on the shot clock. Van Exel can't end the drought. Fonzie Wells with a rebound.
Great closeout on Van Exel. Nice cross-court pass by Nowitzki. Even better job of closing out by the Trailblazers.
And Joe Crawford stops play here.
He's seen enough. There's confusion here. I can't get it.
I think they're going to say.
No, they're going to call Fonzie Wells as 3 a 2.
Yep. So we'll make that change with 2:08 remaining in the third quarter.
We said at the outset that all Dallas has going for him is the home court.
Wells against Nahara. Pull-up jumper and way short. Zach Randolph trying to get it back up there, and LaFrentz fouls him, and that's 5 on Rafe LaFrentz.
LaFrentz has been outworked by Zach Randolph. You look at one more time, the foot on the line.
Both of them are.
Clearly, the step in. Joe Crawford taking care of business here.
So it's a 1-point lead. As one's off the board, Sean Bradley will come back in as LaFrentz has to leave with 5 fouls.
In one of the early games in this series, it was a three-pointer by Steve Nash against Dale Davis at the very end. That he had his foot on the line, and they counted it as a 3 that cost the Blazers dearly.
In between free throws, let's check in with Michelle.
You guys were talking about the scoring droughts, and I talked to Don Nelson about those at halftime. He says, you know, we're just bound to have those happen, but I like our shot selection. It's not the shots we're getting, they're just not dropping, and that was really the only criticism of his team at halftime, guys.
Well, you got to keep pushing. You just got to keep pushing. That's the way you play, and you can't slow it down and try to grind a great shot.
They almost turn it over. Finley to try to tie it. Bradley lost the handle.
Boy, if you're Sean Bradley, Dirk Nowitzki, and cannot get rebounds against this Blazer lineup, you're never going to get them.
Portland has its biggest lead of this half. 68-65.
Got him.
Patterson swatted away by Bradley.
Cannot come with a slow delivery. Time to throw it down. Use that off arm, your shoulder, your head to position yourself. Anticipate the big shot blockers coming.
Wells launches a 3, and Nowitzki the rebound.
They draw it off like that?
I guess the shot clock was running down. There was 5 on it.
And Nowitzki knocks it down. That ends 8 straight misses by Dallas, and they're within 1.
Well, let's get the ball. If you're Portland right now, it's let's get the ball back inside or catch it and drive it to the hole and see if we can get some contact. But no 25-foot jump shots.
Fonzie Wells with 8 on the clock, trying to cross court at Nowitzki with a steal. And now Dirk Nowitzki going coast to coast, stripped out of there, but he's fouled.
Dirk Nowitzki has been everywhere. Tremendous offensive concept of just jack it up every time you get it. And then when you're on the run, don't ever think about a pass. Even when they're running 3 guys at you. The Trailblazers are hanging their heads right now.
Nowitzki hits the free throw. That ties it at 68. NBA.com has compiled the 10 greatest shots in NBA playoff history. Log on, cast your vote, and pick the best shot only on NBA.com. Finley goes out. Nowitzki trying to give Dallas the lead from the free throw line. And does.
The difference between Dirk Nowitzki and Rasheed Wallace. Nowitzki just keeps working, keeps that positive attitude, doesn't get mixed up with all the negative things out there. As a result, he's got a game going for himself. Rasheed on the bench in serious foul trouble.
Daniels takes a 3 and hits it. Antonio Daniels' first basket of the ball game, and it gives the Blazers a 2-point lead. No fouls to give here either way, with about 3 seconds different on the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, you want to make sure you get the last shot.
Bradley's fouled by Zach Randolph.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, you want to see a guy at 7-7 catch and throw it down, but it's not Sean's game.
Let's check in with D.A.
Guys, at the half, Maurice Cheeks talked about trying to get the ball inside to Rasheed Wallace and to Bonzi Wells. That's what he wanted to do. But the bigger question is what happens with Sabonis. Dale Davis definitely not going to play today. I asked Maurice, how long can Sabas go in the second half? And he said, I don't know.
He might have to find out. Sean Bradley at the free throw line. Steve Nash goes and gets a breather with 13.3 remaining in the quarter as Roger Bell will take his spot.
The only reason I said I like, if you score 2 points here, there's still a chance they can hit a 3 and you lose a point at the end of the quarter. That's why I advocate you just get the last shot whether you score or not. They don't get another shot at it.
Damon Stoudemire will bring it across half court. 10 seconds remaining. Now less in the quarter. 5 left. Stoudemire against Van Exel. Trying to take it over Van Exel and got it. Damon Stoudemire's only field goal of the third quarter, a huge one with 0.6 remaining. And it looks like Portland is going to have the lead at the end of 3 at halftime.
But with Steve Nash making those big jumpers and getting this crowd into it, can the Mavericks capitalize on that offensive spurt provided by their emotional leader, Steve Nash?
Van Exel with 14 drives and makes it 16. We're tied for the 11th time.
Well, for Dallas, it's going to be getting in the open court here in the fourth quarter, getting easier shots than they've been getting. And you see Wells and Wallace right there, what they've been able to do in the second half as opposed to that abysmal first half. And can the Portland Trail Blazers get the ball down inside, use their muscle, use their strength, and overwhelm the Mavericks? Who can impose their will in the fourth quarter?
Bonzi Wells with Van Exel on him. Out to Stoudemire. He's been a big three-point shooter today, and he got another one. 17 for Stoudemire, 5 3-pointers.
Dallas's defensive strategy. They had Wells up against the shot clock. Why come with a late double team when he had no momentum going anywhere?
Nash out to Nowitzki. They move it around the perimeter, and now Van Exel on a runner again.
I would think about making him pass the ball.
You think? You think? That's the one thing about Dallas. I mean, they got 4 guys, and they can be quiet or they can go off. Finley was going off in the third. Now it's Van Exel. If 1 or 2 of these guys gets hot this quarter and then get you 30 points as a team, you're in trouble.
Stoudemire, 6 on the shot clock. To Bonzi Wells, he's got to put it up, and he got it. Bonzi Wells, 10 points in this half.
Offensive explosion here to start the fourth quarter.
Can Dallas play in the set offense? Always a major concern for this team.
Well, this is their play right here, and they got to figure out a way to get both these guys involved.
Nowitzki trying to tie it up. The rebound is Portland's. With 10 minutes left, they lead by 3.
Boy, Stoudemire's come a long way since the middle of the season when he wasn't even playing when Scottie Pippen was healthy. Now, leading the charge in the fourth.
Nice dish to Randolph. Zach missed the first time and the second time. Van Exel out of the pack. Pull up 3. Got it! Van Exel's got 21. All of Dallas's points this quarter belong to him, and he's tied it again. Out of bounds to Dallas.
And just, you want to talk about going to the YMCA, just dribbling down and yak. Go ahead and take that. Thank you very much.
Mark Cuban put out a tremendous amount of cash for the luxury of having Nick Van Exel, paying off today.
And now Steve Nash misses over Stoudemire.
Portland's got to be careful right here and say, let's slow it down. Let's downshift just a little bit and not get caught up in this.
But Portland is wasting the first 10 to 12 seconds of the shot clock, and now they find themselves always up against it. You can't win that way.
Wells trying to go through a double team. Stripped by Van Exel, ahead to Nash. With a left hand, Nash.
I like our chances, guys.
They're down by 2 and about 2.5 minutes away from that 6-minute mark. They've led for much of this half, but Dallas regained the lead right before that timeout. Wells trying to tie it. Finley the rebound.
Bonzi Wells, last 3 possessions, 2 turnovers and an errant jumper.
And a foul on Steve Nash, or a foul of Steve Nash, I should say.
Well, I know.
Holding his ankle or his lower leg to boot.
Well, that's one of those ones you just want to keep. Well, he's going towards the bench.
Sabonis is back in it.
Yeah. We're going to watch Nash heading towards. Yeah, left ankle.
Turned to left ankle badly, trying to get a hand in on Nash.
Well, I know yesterday was the running of the Kentucky Derby, but the Mavericks have let the ponies loose here in the 4th quarter. 5 fast break points already, 29 total.
If he's going to play like that, Portland has no chance. And that's why you got to run a double team at him and make him give it up before he gets into that rhythm or he starts jerking all over the court.
Van Exel with 23 points, 9 of them this quarter. And the foul inside. And that's Van Exel's second as they work on Bonzi Wells, who turned that left ankle the last trip down court for Portland. Pippen and Stoudemire with Wallace, Sabonis, and Patterson.
Oh, it split him.
Missed the shot with 2 on the shot clock, but Pippen kept it alive.
Well, you can't do that. You cannot give extra possessions at any point in the game, let alone the 4th quarter.
Stoudemire, kick out to Pippen. Pippen gives it up to Wallace for 3. He got it.
Scottie Pippen, nice swing pass. That ends a disastrous start to this quarter for the Blazers, who have missed 2 layups already and have 2 turnovers.
82-81 Dallas. Van Exel's been the man offensively. He's got it in hand with Patterson on it. Nash is open. He got a 3. Nash with 17. Rasheed Wallace trying to get away from Nowitzki, and does.
Well, that's a tough one right there. Force him to take that one, but, you know, Van Exel's going off. Nash has got the feeling now. They get feeling the ball. They may have the feeling as well.
But they're just playing 3-man basketball over here.
Nowitzki over Sabonis. And Sabonis goes down hard. That's 5 on Sabonis.
He sat so long. He stiffened up. Rigor mortis taking over. The back cut, they continue to break down defensively, the Blazers. Sabonis just too late. And now, finally, we see some levels of confidence that we would expect from a team that won 60 games this year. They had one of the most dominant home court advantages. And it was Nick Van Exel that gave everybody the life they so desperately needed.
22 for Nowitzki. 5-point Dallas lead.
Just keep getting the ball to Wallace. Down low. If he's going to stay down low, someone's got to find him. Got him.
There's Sabonis on the pass. And a foul.
You can see that one coming. I mean, just a great read by Sabonis. And Wallace didn't panic. He knew he had the guy fronting him, so he was just going to stay there and wait. Right there, he knew he had it. Just a little release. And you know when Sabonis gets it up top, he's going to find you.
When you're fronted, you want to move away from the basket to create a greater passing angle and space.
That foul on Bradley was his 4th as he tripped Wallace and reached to the hoop. All of Rasheed Wallace's 10 points have been in this half. Bonzi Wells, I guess, ready to come back in. Limping slightly on that left ankle, but he's coming back in anyway.
Well, if you lose this one, you got about 5 months to rehab.
That's true.
So it's time to get back in there. He knows that.
And the team that loses this game will not be the same roster for next year.
Dallas has been hot this quarter, 7 out of 9 from the floor, including their last 4 they've hit. David talked about that 6-minute mark, whether or not the Blazers would be in the hunt. They're within 3. And now just under 6 minutes, they can cut it down to 1 or maybe tie it this trip.
Got him.
Rasheed Wallace isolated with Nowitzki. Here he comes. Missed the shot. Bradley almost tipped it in accidentally. And now it's Steve Nash on the run to Nowitzki.
Scottie Pippen. Incredible defense and contribution. Don Nelson cannot believe it as Scottie gets
23 off the Dallas bench. And we're down to the final 5.5 minutes. Who's going to play Sacramento? Nice feed inside, and Rasheed Wallace with a turnaround.
Well, you can forget about it when he gets on the right shoulder, but when you care about a guy like Nick Van Exel, Lakers, Nuggets, here, he is not afraid to step up at crucial times in the game. And when they made that trade, Juwan Howard being sent to Denver, the big coup was supposedly Raef LaFrentz. It's turned out to be Nick Van Exel.
Nick Van Exel is a guy who they just basically gave up on the Los Angeles Lakers.
He missed a 3 there. Battle for the rebound. Scottie Pippen wins that. Nowitzki goes down hard.
They banished Nick Van Exel to the wilderness.
Rasheed Wallace with a huge 3-pointer. And it's given Portland the lead back by 2. Wallace has come out of the woodwork in the second half. 12 in the quarter, 17 for the game.
And they keep leaving Dirk Nowitzki. That guy is not going to miss that shot.
Ties it at 90. Nowitzki has 24. 90 apiece, 4:20 left.
The Blazers need a much better strategy for defending the pick and roll. At least have a plan.
Wallace with the hot hand for Portland. Not this time from the baseline. The rebound is Dallas. Finley's got it.
Here they go.
Van Exel back to Finley. Back to Van Exel. Neither took the 3.
He's shooting it here. They're not paying him $10 million a year to pass this ball.
Here it goes. There it goes. 12 in the quarter, 26 for the game for Nick Van Exel. Dallas by 3. Stoudemire's been the hot 3-point shooter for Portland today. He'll give it up to Pippen, and he got a 3. Scottie Pippen.
Well, that was a nice job by Damon Stoudemire driving the baseline, and an even better job of Scottie Pippen drifting baseline to give him an opening to pass to.
Nowitzki got around Wallace and got the shot. 2-point Dallas lead. We're under 3 minutes.
Well, if the last 2:45 is going to be about offense, you got to like Dallas's chances.
Scottie Pippen looking for a foul, didn't get it. Nash, great pass to Finley. That one had eyes. And jump ball.
Next one, Nowitzki, and for Portland, it's got to be get the ball to Rasheed Wallace down the block. See if he can get to that right shoulder and get to the free throw line or score bucket.
But Portland's history has not been good in that execution down the stretch. It's only been these last 3 games over the past week where they've really been a team.
The jump ball won by Wells gives Portland a chance to tie it again.
Sabonis.
That's it. That's all. Another great performance by the veteran, but he leads with 2:12 left. Tying his season high with 16.
He gave so much early, there was nothing left. He sat so long. He tightened up. When he finally got back in, he could make no more contributions.
Will that be his final basketball for Portland this year? We're about 2 minutes away from finding out.
Scottie Pippen now defending Dirk Nowitzki.
Nowitzki at the free throw line, dips in and under, got his own miss. He'll try it again. This time he got it. A minute 45, Dallas by 4. Scottie Pippen got free underneath and left it for Patterson, and he's fouled by Bradley.
They love to badmouth Sabonis for not getting rebounds, for not blocking shots, but the minute he goes out of the game, everything changes. We've seen it over the years when Portland has gone down to the Lakers and Shaq. Right now, though, it's Ruben Patterson moving brilliantly without the ball, and Scottie Pippen, the presence of mind. Don Nelson can't believe that's a foul on Sean Bradley.
Ruben Patterson in the playoffs only about 64% from the line, but today 5 for 5 for him. He's got 11 points. And he missed it. This one could cut it to 3 if he can cut out the crowd. $12 points for Patterson. Down to the final 135.
Pippen once again called everybody off. He wants Nowitzki by himself.
Nash out to Nowitzki. He's open. He got it! The quarter. Winner meets Sacramento. Loser done for the year. Wells. Blocking foul on Nahara.
Well, great job of doing it quickly. Get to the ball, get to the rim, and do it quickly. I mean, with six-point deficit, minute 18 to go, this thing is not over. Nahara slid underneath him. A good job by Bonzi Wells. But whatever you do, if you're Portland, it's got to be done with speed.
Bonzi Wells, 10 points in the second half, none in the first. 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far. Missed it, much as Ruben Patterson did the first half of his 2. Portland shot 92% Friday night from the free throw line, but they've had a couple big ones go awry here in the last couple minutes.
Well, a thing that hurts you in a situation like this, too, Dallas such a great free throw shooting team.
The best in the league. Wells hits the second. Crowd takes a deep breath with 1:18 left.
Portland's defense not even good enough to be close enough to the Mavericks to foul them here.
And great foul shooters, as Tom said, between Van Exel and Nash and Nowitzki and Finley all on the floor. Finley has a look at the shot clock. 6 on it. Minute to play in the game. Finley fighting a shot up over Patterson. And the foul on Ruben Patterson.
And the worst of all possible worlds for the Blazers. You let all that time run off, and then you foul. They're not even in the bonus at this point.
21 seconds they let run off, and then they fouled them.
So the inbound is with 14 on the shot clock. Nowitzki hands it off to Van Exel. Now Nash, one of the best free throw shooters in the league. Stoudemire staying on him, though. Nash with the baseline jumper. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Mavericks. And they've got the rebound. Final 30. Dallas that close to round 2.
The Blazers have already given up. Mind-boggling. Steve Nash, there's always so many questions. Could Dallas deliver against the dug-in defense in the half-court game? deep into the playoffs. Steve Nash, Nowitzki, Van Exel, all answering the questions today.
And now Finley, an 88% playoff free throw shooter, steps up and rips it. ABC World News tonight, Sunday, or your local news, except on the West Coast following us. And what will follow for Dallas in about 27.9 seconds is a round 2 matchup with a team that discarded them last year.
Well, it's the offense that carried him all season long, the offense that carried him here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll get it back from Wallace. Baseline jumper, the 3 won't go. And the rebound's Naharad. He's fouled immediately by Stoudemire.
What a recovery for Dallas. They were dead. They had nothing going for them. And now it's Maurice Cheeks and his merry band of pranksters who will go home.
Well, they did come back from down 3-0. The first 3 playoff wins for Maurice Cheeks. They definitely put Dallas in a situation where the Mavericks knew they had their hands full. Portland led the end of the first quarter. This was a tie game at halftime, and they led after 3 quarters by 2.
Well, I think we have to look at the positives of what other teams do. While we wanted to bury Dallas throughout their 3-game slide, give Portland their due for what they were able to do for those 3 games, fighting, scratching, coming back, and making it a series.
How many guys do you know that are happy about losing a 7th game?
Nobody, but I think they have something to hold their head up about. They could have quit, they didn't quit, and they made it to a 7th game where not a lot of teams would have.
And Dallas shags down the miss. That's the way it's gone for them today. As Steve Nash, who's one of the 3 guys who's had a big game, 19 for Nash today. He's fouled now by Stoudemire in the final 10 seconds.
Lute Olson taught him better than that. The foul with 10 seconds left. But Dallas right now going to be a different series against Sacramento. This was a physical series, a team that could beat you up on the boards and get into you. Against Sacramento, it is going to be up and down, fast-paced, high-flying action. I don't know if they do that as well as Sacramento. And the thing that separates them from Sacramento, Sacramento's better defensively, and Sacramento passes the ball better in the half court. But woo! Is it going to be fun to watch?
Congratulations to Don Nelson.
Yes, what a...
Van Exel, 26 points, goes out to a standing ovation. He, Nowitzki, and Nash will all finish with 20 or more. Nowitzki's already out with 31. Steve Nash is on 20 with a chance to add 1 more.
But they were ready to crucify Don Nelson. Talking about his job being on the line. How are you going to get a better coach than Don Nelson?
Portland knows that it's over. They battled back valiantly from a 3-0 hole, but Dallas moves on. The Mavericks on their home floor take Game 7. And still no teams ever come back now from 3-0 to take a best of 7. The Mavericks win their 36th home game of the year. And they do so 107-95. Let's check in with Michelle.
With Dirk Nowitzki, who's hugging Mo Cheeks. Dirk, you guys had a choice today. Let Portland make history or respond to this situation and win. Where did you find the energy and confidence to respond?
Well, our backs were against the wall. We didn't want to go to vacation yet, so I think our energy was great. We rebounded the ball well, and if we rebound the ball well, we're in a great position to win the game.
And you said you were embarrassed after Game 6. You promised never to have a game like that. Your second half was tremendous. Where did you find your shot?
Well, you know what? I think there's always be games where the shot is not going, but I didn't get any rebounds in 26 minutes in Game 6, and I wanted to make sure that doesn't happen again, and I came out and tried to get every rebound I can, and it worked out well.
Congratulations, Dirk. Back to you, Brad.
Dallas now 6-3 in first-round series in their 23 seasons. Portland 21 straight years in the playoffs, but they go home now. Dirk Nowitzki, the star today. Dallas goes on to round 2.